Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Saint Artist. We're gonna do our makeup. Today I'm gonna show you how to put your makeup on quick when you're on the go. You gotta get to work, you gotta get your shit done, stuff done. We're gonna do our makeup. So this is my Seint Makeup. This is my quick palette. This is the palette I keep with me when I go to the gym and I don't have time to do the stuff. I like to do all the stuff, but I don't have time for it, especially during the week when I've got everything to do. So this is what I keep in my everyday palette that just keeps me good. And I'm going to show you how to put on the makeup quickly while we listen to my kids play in the hallway. So I'm just going to use 2 brushes today because I do color correct, because as you can see, I got stuff going on. Everybody's got stuff going on. Real skin here, real skin. So here's the 2 brushes I'm going to use out of my bag. The blend brush, this is great for applying your correctors. It's great for a light application. And then this is also really great for a one and done brush. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our correcting first. So I have all of this discoloration from acne scarring and then hormonal breakouts. So I'm gonna take my blend brush, I'm gonna go on the short end. We're gonna get started. Once you see how this works, just send me a color match picture. Go to the description, click on the thing, fill out the form, send it to me, message me, however you wanna do it. Get a hold of me. And let's have a conversation and find a palette that's perfect for you, because this is my palette, it's not your palette. And keep that in mind while you see me do the things that I do. So I'm gonna go into Aspen. This is a contour and I'm gonna go over my discoloration. And all I'm doing here is I'm muting. It's red, it's flared, it's peachy toned. I'm just gonna really lightly go over my redness. I get some between my brows, my nose, around my nose, and then all of this scarring is just heavy pigmentation of reds, and I hate them. And so what I'm doing here is I'm not covering them. You can still see all of them, but they're not red anymore. It's not red, it's not red, it's not, I'm not Rudolph anymore. And that's all Aspen does. It's just a really light tool. It's a tool. The next color I'm going to go into is my contour. So this is olive. I also really like using suede lip liner. But for the sake of keeping things condensed and tight, I'm going to go in to olive contour on the big end, pinching it, making it a little more dense. And I'm going to go around my melasma spot here, and this one, and I'm just draping it and making it a uniformed area. And this is going to camouflage my melasma. We're just camouflaging it, making it blend in a little bit, and it doesn't look unnatural. That's all. And this makeup can be done quickly because 70% of the time of you doing your makeup is you digging through a giant makeup bag, a caboodle, a trunk, whatever you keep your makeup in. You're digging around in all the different things, trying to find that brush, trying to find that bottle, that tube, that compact, making sure, I mean, if you've ever used Bare Minerals, every compact looks the same as like your blush, looks like your powder, looks like your whatever. So here it's all in one place. And so you just go through and you dip in. I'm going to go into Frenchie, and I put mine in a little eyeshadow tin just to keep it nice and small. Put some on my finger, and I'm going to go right on my inner under eye, right here. Really quick, really nice. And this is going to cancel out my under eye darkness just like that. And it's easy, it's simple. I like it. And you can split it in between. If you have empty tins for eyeshadow, you can take those, clean them out really good, put your big tin of Frenchie, split it between the 2, and you've covered 2 palettes. And if you're just using it to correct, it's really nice. So now we're gonna get into our makeup. And I'm just gonna go into my main highlight, which is amber, and I'm gonna go right here on the lower part of my face, just like that. And I'm bringing it down, and this is where I'm covering my acne. This is where I'm covering my pimples, my redness that was there, the discoloration, all the things. We're evening out the skin tone. I only apply this down here. It's the only place I need it. And I focus mine more on the apples of my cheeks because that's where my problem area is. If you have another problem area, again, I'm another tool. And I love talking about this makeup. So when you message me, I always answer. I always answer here, wherever you're watching. I always answer in messages. I will answer you. And we will talk this through, and we will find the perfect way to apply, the perfect compact, the perfect everything. Because if you've been, I had to use traditional makeup recently. And all I kept thinking is, I used to love the way my makeup looked. And then I tried Seint and I loved it more. And when I put that traditional makeup back on, I was like, it's just not the same. So if you like your makeup, this is worth a try too, because at the end of my day, my makeup just didn't look the way I liked anymore. But with Seint, I get longevity out of my makeup. So I'm gonna go into the pointy end and I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight, which is Versailles. And I'm gonna pop this in between my brow, down my nose, hit my Cupid's bow just because I really like highlighting my Cupid's bow, and then my chin. And this is why Seint Makeup is called 3D makeup, because it gives you a three-dimensional look with essentially one layer of makeup on. And I'm just blending this out a little bit. I'm gonna go to this big end and I'm gonna tap around and blend it out. You're gonna see it. The point is that this is giving me foundational coverage, just like my contour, just like my bronzer, just like my blush. Everything's foundational coverage. And so I'm blending this out and I'm also giving myself dimension. That's it. I'm gonna do my under eyes last. I'm gonna go into my olive contour here on that big end and I'm gonna grab it. I stipple it in. I don't want a lot. I don't want my bristles sticking together. I'm gonna hit here and I'm gonna hit here. And it's just this subtle difference of adding shadowing to my forehead, which is also giving me an even skin tone with dimension. So we're covering all the things, evening out the skin tone, but we're also keeping the dimension on our face that's already naturally there. I'm gonna take this pointy end and I'm gonna pull that brightening out towards that contour. And that's a covered forehead with dimension. Okay, we're gonna use the pointy end and I'm gonna go back into my contour and I'm gonna go right down the sides of my nose here. I have a bumpy nose and I'm able to take my contour and I'm able to camouflage the bump. I'm able to keep it at bay. If you're not used to contouring your nose, here's a great trick. Cover your whole nose in your contour. Take that contour, cover your entire bridge of your nose, just like that. Okay, we're gonna take it, we're gonna square off the tip, and we're gonna blend it out. Cover your whole nose, the sides, the top, the everything, okay? Take a little brush. Here, we'll switch back to this blend brush. I'm gonna pinch that little end so it's like this. We're gonna go into our brightening. And then you just go and you just create that dimensional line. Hit the tip, grab your finger and just tap it out. And this will give you a contoured nose without having to worry about, was it a straight enough line? Did I get it where I wanted it? Totally, there's no wrong way to apply this makeup. It's so easy and it's forgivable and it's foolproof and it works together. With traditional makeup, your liquid cannot work with a powder side by side. And that's why I like Seint, is because I have less makeup on my face, but I still get that finish. I like my makeup to look like makeup, but this is good, fast makeup. I talk a lot and we're only about 8 minutes in and I'm almost done. And so you can do this really quickly. I do have eyelash extensions on. I don't typically do it, but I got myself into a bind with bad memory and I forgot all my makeup, well, all my extra makeup, like my eyelashes, my magnetic lashes that are right here that should have been in my bag. I forgot them, so I had to go get extensions. Okay, I just contoured my jawline just to snatch things up a little bit. I'm gonna grab some bronzer and I'm gonna tap this on my neck. And then I'm just gonna pull it down and blend it across. And this, my neck's always lighter than my face, and so I use this to bridge my chest to my face with my neck. I'm gonna grab a little more on the big end, and we're just gonna pop this on the high points of the cheekbone above that contour. I probably didn't explain that. My contour always hangs above the natural shadow of my cheekbone to give me some extra lift. And then I'm gonna pop it up here. I like my bronzer, especially in the winter, to warm up my blush. And every color match I send, I always recommend 2 blushes. And lately it's been Madrid and Sandstone. And those are these 2 right here. And I like to mix them together because Sandstone can pull my scarring through and Madrid doesn't. So I pop Madrid on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm gonna grab my Sandstone and I'm gonna pop it at the top where I don't have all that scarring. Just like that, okay? We're gonna take the big end of the 3D brush. I haven't cleaned this brush in between colors. And I'm gonna start on Sandstone and I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna smile because I am 42, and so with maturity comes, I lose volume in my cheeks as I get older. And so with this, I'm able to start with the darkness up top and then I blend it down, smiling so I can see where my apples are. And then I blend it and it's just, look at how pretty this is. It's so pretty for winter and fall. You could even bring it a little over for something more natural. grabbing that blend brush, going on the small end. We're gonna grab it and we're gonna go under the eyes, below the trough. Everybody has this, okay? So just so you know, everybody has this trough. It's just a difference of an orbital bone, and there's no orbital bone. And I'm just gonna pop my brightening here, and then I'm gonna tap along my orbital bone. And then I'm gonna bring it up. And that Frenchy color I put under my eye, it's just so good because it combated that darkness, and then my brightening tapped over it, so I didn't mix them. I tapped them over, and I get this really, really nice under eye. That's a good under eye. And also it gives you a definition with your blush. Right here, my blush goes all the way up to my eye. So I'm gonna grab that brightening under the trough. I'm gonna come up, grab a little bit more. We're gonna come out, and then we're gonna tap that orbital bone, and then we're gonna tap it up. And this right here gives your eye lift, okay? We're lifting the eye here. We're waking up right here. This looks like we're not in our 40s or 50s or 60s. This is gonna take time off your face. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna take whatever's left, and I'm gonna wipe this on my lid. This is going to be my base for my eyeshadow. I'm gonna get into my little bag here, and I'm gonna grab an eyeshadow brush. And I'm just gonna do 2 colors. I'm gonna go into Drift first, and I'm gonna start on my brow bone, and I'm going all the way up, covering this whole bit of real estate. Now I have hooded eyes, so I do this first because my transition color and my base color today is gonna come up and into this area. And so if I do this last, it'll ruin my eyeshadow look. So I just kind of keep this from the crease up, just for a little pop of shimmer. It gives your brows a little bit of lift. It's like the stiletto for your brows. I'm gonna go into Zion. I love this color. It's warm, it's sweet. I'm gonna open my eyes, and I'm gonna pop Zion way up here because I have hooded eyes. If I put it in my crease, you're never gonna see it. So I pop it over the crease on that brow bone, and I'm looking down because my lash extensions are too long for me, so all right. All right, so I just have this as my transition color. I'm gonna switch it to the short end, grab some more Zion, and I am gonna pop it deeper on this outside. It's more than one color. The denser the brush with face, with eyes, the more product you'll pick up. So I'm just putting this on the outside, and then I'm gonna push it in with my fluffy end. I'm not adding more, but I'm just blending it in, pulling it out, giving my eye a little lift, some dimension. It's good. I'm gonna go with my finger. I'm gonna go into Drift again, and we are gonna pop that right here. And it's by using my finger, it really picks up the product just like that. It's such, Drift is hands down my must-have for your palette. If you want to add something that can be really subtle but can also jazz something up on your lids, Drift. If I took some cream, tapped it on, put a little more Drift on, let's do it. Let's see, we got a little time. I actually don't because my sister's on her way over. Okay, so I put some cream on, you can see it. Grabbing that Drift, we're gonna tap that over that cream. It sets it, but it also gives it some more kick, more punch. It punches it up. I feel like that's been like my word lately. Well, punch it up. But look at how pretty that is, okay? Pop your mascara on, pop on some liner if you want. I'm trying to find the wand I missed. I just got back from a trip. So I'm just gonna comb these out so that they're pretty and fanned out and not clumped together from my pillow. And we're just gonna comb them out, comb them up, just like mascara. Boom, done. Going back into my palette here, I'm grabbing my line brush. I'm going back into my everyday palette where everything is together. I'm going into Trust. And we're gonna pop this right here. We're going from the lower corner up and over. And then I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm going to create a tail over here, up and over, finishing off that tail, filling it in, and then flicking at the front, and then pulling and blending up. So that hard line I drew from right here and over, I'm pulling that and blending it up and over, and I have a brow. That easy, and everything is right here. It's nice because my palette has everything I need. This is my eyeliner. I could spray this brush with setting spray, and I can make this Trust really extra. I mean, it's pretty dark, but you can make it darker And when you make it darker, it makes a really beautiful, it stays all day eyeliner. So if that's what you want, it's right here in your palette. I have these lashes on, so I don't need any eyeliner on. They kind of do it for me. And if you're curious, I do the classics. I don't do volume or anything like that. I got an eyelash right there. I'm not using brow wax. I like brow wax. I just don't have a lot of lashes. Okay, I'm gonna take the fluffy end of that blend brush. I'm gonna go into my setting powder here. This is Vanilla Dust. I start here and I work my way in because I don't wanna add texture, but I have oily skin. And so I very quickly go from dewy to shiny. So I just start at my temple and I bring it in. I don't put a lot on. I don't like to set under my eyes. I'm gonna pinch this, go into my contour, and I'm just gonna shadow around my lips. This just pumped up the volume on my lips. And what color do I want for my own? Ooh. Let's do, where's my, okay. This is a cleaning tile. Get one, have one, clean your brush out. Grab that contour color, and we're gonna line our lips. My kids are so loud. Right here. My daughter is 8 today. Tell her happy birthday in the comments. And if you don't, I'll come for you. I'm just kidding. I won't know. But say happy birthday in the comments. It'll make her feel real special. Okay. So I just took my contour and I put it on my lips. I'm going to take Frenchie and I'm going to put that also. And it makes, look at how pretty that is. Okay. There we go. My lips are done. My face is done. I've been using, girls, no thank you. Affordable, super affordable. If you have dry skin, I do recommend Saints. It's really hydrating, great to prep and set. I have oily skin, so I tried this Professionals for fun. The mister on this puppy is super fine, and I really like it. So if you have large pores, which I do have large pores on the apples, it's good. It doesn't have a super scent. The mister is really nice and even. Just don't breathe in while you're spraying. I always take a brush and press in my setting spray, especially around my eyes. Just like that, and you're done. 20 minutes, and if you're sitting in your car, if you're in the bathroom and you're not talking to people, if you're sitting at your desk as a teacher and you're doing that, yeah, you'll get done quick. It's good, fast makeup. All right, I'm gonna show some pictures, one of me, and I'm also gonna show some pictures of other teachers who love using Seint because it's so fast, but everything is exactly where you need it in this little palette. All you need is, you could do this with one brush. If you don't have correcting, go get the 3D brush. It's so good. These two brushes, so good. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, you're set. Brows, you're set. You're done. You're good to go. So message me. That's your makeup. Seint Makeup is your makeup. Whether you have no time or you got a lot of time, Seint's your makeup, and it has longevity. And you just press it out with your fingers, reset it if you need to. It's such, that's what made the difference for me. It looks better. So that's it. Have a great day.
I look at you and it's easy to see you are that someone I've been trying to meet. I got your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on the dial tone.